Hey guys, it's Leah with Crab and Moon, and welcome to your July energy forecast. We're doing this at 1 outside, and we're going to go through the astrology for July, the moon cycles, and then pull some oracle cards for the whole month for you guys. So, July is really important astrologically and pretty crazy in a good way. There's 2 eclipses. So eclipse season, if you don't know anything about that, brings in really big changes and sort of shakes things up. It's kind of like the Tower in the tarot card. It sort of wipes out old foundations and brings up new versions of ourselves and really big life changes. So that's probably what a lot of you are feeling already. So July 2nd is the new moon in Cancer. So we are in Cancer season all the way until July 24th when it turns to Leo. So most of July and the past few weeks of June, we've all been feeling the Cancer energy because it's Cancer season. So that's cardinal water, and that means things have been very deep and emotional. People might have felt a little more sensitive lately, but the cardinal means that emotional changes in progress are happening. So it's actually a really exciting time. It's a little intense if you aren't a Cancer or you aren't another water sign like Scorpio or Pisces, because you're not as in tune with the water element, with emotions and sensitivities and intuition as water signs are. So it can be a little bit harder to navigate for you. But it's just about being self-aware and playing to your own strengths. So we'll get into that at the end of the video. We'll go through the 4 elements so you can have a little bit more of a specific reading for you for July, depending on your zodiac sign. But yeah, Cancer season is all about the home, family, what your emotional values are, and what your relationship priorities are. So eclipse season essentially is going to be a lot of emotional baggage being brought up, and relationships changing, progressing, ending, being cleansed, being healed. When I say relationships, I mean any relationship with any other human being, and with yourself, and with the earth, and your spirituality, etc. But it's all about relationship healing, emotional healing, and then really figuring out what you want for yourself, for your emotions, your emotional health, and your relationships moving forward. So the new moon in Cancer on July 2nd, which is today when I'm filming, is also a total solar eclipse. So this solar eclipse matched with the new moon is sort of about removing masks. So although full moons are usually the release energy, this new moon is actually very much about releasing. It's about releasing old relationships, and it's about releasing old versions of yourself, so the mask that you wear that doesn't feel authentic anymore. So it's going to bring up a lot of old emotional memories, trauma, negative patterns, things that you've been wanting to work on for a while but have been avoiding, that kind of thing. It's not something to fear. It's actually a really productive time, and I think it's going to feel really actually empowering if you can be okay with feeling different emotions and know that every emotion has its place and has a purpose for you. So this new moon, it's about really removing the old you, dealing with emotional issues that still have more work to be done on them, and just bringing them up and being aware of them. And the eclipse will make it feel even more powerful and more intense than it normally would be with just a regular new moon. So be prepared to sort of see some old patterns come up, and then I think within the next couple days you'll probably feel you have a better idea of what you need to work on this month and what you actually want for the new version of yourself. So the full moon is a lunar eclipse. So that happens on July 16th, which happens to be my birthday. So this is a full moon in Capricorn paired with a lunar eclipse. So the eclipses are very connected. So the issues and relationships and baggage that come up with the new moon, it's sort of when you become aware of what you need to release, and then the lunar eclipse will come in with the full moon in Capricorn and essentially if you don't do the work, it will help you to wipe out the old stuff that came up through the new moon. So a good thing to do for the new moon would be to journal, meditate, have some conversations with yourself or with someone you trust about your emotions, about your relationships, and how you really want to feel moving forward. It's all about how you want to feel. So ask yourself, how do you want to feel after this month is over and moving forward for the rest of the year and beyond? Do you want to feel the way you've been feeling the past few months? Do you want to change something so that you feel a little bit different about yourself and your relationship? So you're in charge here. It's just about getting real with yourself and being okay with being emotional. So that was a lot. Hopefully that makes sense. So, and the full moon being in Capricorn, okay, I've already got an animal card that's come out for July and it's pretty fitting, but the full moon being in Capricorn, Capricorn is another cardinal sign, just like Cancer. So this is very much a month of progress. There's no going backwards. There's looking back and reflecting, but there's no moving backwards and there's no staying still where you are now. So if you feel comfortable with the person you've been, it's time to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because this is really a time of forward movement, progression, evolving, changing, learning, and becoming better versions of ourselves. So Capricorn is all about career, ambition, and being grounded and practical. So it goes really well with the water energy of Cancer that's more about the inner world. Capricorn's very much about the outer world and about achievement. So along with emotional and relationship goals, you might feel some big career changes coming on that make you want to evaluate and revisit what you want out of a career. So it's now about asking, how does your job make you feel? If it makes you feel like shit, it's time to reconsider, and it's time to take some career risks, and it's time to just really say goodbye to the old you. It's kind of a death and rebirth month. It's also the middle of the year, so it's a good time to revisit your New Year's resolutions or the person that you were at the beginning of this year, and then decide what changes need to be made. So relationships and career, and I think they'll both be very tied together. So we picked one archangel animal for July, and dolphin is the card that came out. So it's a very watery energy, it's very spiritual, and dolphins are also very intelligent and progressive, so I also see the Capricorn energy there as well. It says, live joyfully in the present. So that's a pretty simple message. It is about joy. While the eclipses are going to be a little bit emotionally deep, it's essentially a healing process that's going to happen very quickly for you. So just enjoy it. And while you're doing this emotional work, also don't forget to take breaks and have fun. This is July. This is summertime. This is about getting outside, hanging out with friends, socializing, doing things you wouldn't normally do in the winter, and just really being present. So don't get caught up in the past. It is a good time to reflect at the beginning of the month, but once you've done your reflecting, move on. Leave the old you in the past and be really just present in the moment, because we're only going to have so many Julys in our life. So let's make the most of this one we have. So now I'm going to pull a couple fairy tarot cards, and then I'll pull one for each element. So the first one that fell out is Prince of Winter. Intellectual, determined, focused, and impulsive. Seeking out an intellectual solution to your problem, the need to act quickly and decisively, and sudden or unexpected changes. So this is what I said with the eclipse. The Tower card. So there are going to be big changes. There will be changes within you, there will be changes in your relationship, and there will be sudden and unexpected changes in your career. That's a good thing. This is a very quick, sort of swift, and pretty exciting energy. It also represents news coming in, so I think for some of you this July there will be career or relationship offers or news that's going to really shake things up, so keep an eye out for that. And then the second card for everyone for the month is the Seven of Summer. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision, and confusion that can arise from overanalyzing. So these go very well together. Essentially, they're saying you have abundant opportunities around you right now in terms of relationships, your job, opportunities to heal and grow and learn new things. So it's time to stop wallowing. It's time to stop avoiding progress and avoiding change. This is a time of swift forward movement. It is a time of making a decision and sticking to it, and it's a time of embracing change. And the rainbow also represents blessings. So any changes that do happen this month, yes, they will be sudden, yes, they will be emotional, yes, they will be unexpected, and they will be deep, and they will be transformative, and they will be forever. But they will be blessings, and they will be beautiful, and they will bring a lot of new, exciting things. Okay. All right. So now I'll pick one card for each element. So if you are a water sign, Cancer, these cards are falling everywhere, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you got the Seven of Winter. Not seeing things clearly or running away from the truth. Yeah. So water signs often get caught up in emotions and then they forget to think logically or think things through. So just be aware of that. The feelings are intense, and water signs will feel everything even higher than any other sign does. So give yourself a break and do take some time to add some logic and rational thought and get real with yourself. It could help to ask a friend who you trust, who's really objective and rational, to give you some advice and see things from another perspective. So that would help you if you're a water sign. So if you are a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, your card for July is Four of Spring. This is a marriage card, so you could be attending weddings, deepening relationships this month, or celebrating other things like anniversaries, your birthday, family reunions. If you are a Leo, your birthday might be coming up at the end of the month. We do go into Leo season July 24th, and things will get really fiery and a little more flamboyant and social at that time. So you'll be a little less introspective and emotional and a little more ready to party. So this is a card of a happy personal life and good relationships and celebrating with loved ones. So the key for fire signs is fire signs in July to deal with all the emotional turmoil is to actually just spend time with loved ones and have fun and socialize and get out there and spend time with your family. If you are an air sign, so if you are a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, you have a new opportunity coming in career-wise for July. Career or hobby or something material. A windfall of money, advice, or assistance, resources, a successful project, or a happy change in your career. So like I said, for many of us with the new or full moon in Capricorn, we will be facing kind of career shakeups and new opportunities and new opportunities for advancement. So Ace of Autumn is a really exciting new beginning if you're an air sign. So keep an eye out for offers being extended, opportunities that pop up that you weren't looking for, things that you normally wouldn't go for, projects that you normally wouldn't be drawn to that are sort of becoming available for you to be part of. Be willing to try something new in the material world if you are an air sign. Finally, if you are an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, your card for July is the Three of Spring. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term, have patience, there are lots of good things to come, and feeling some satisfaction. So this is a card of creative projects, and this is a card of having a little bit of patience and trusting that there's actually some really exciting things just around the bend. You just can't see them yet. And earth signs really want to see things in front of them to know that they're real. They want to have a plan, they want to have a timeline, and they sometimes want to be in control of situations. But this is saying that July is just about having fun and knowing that there are really good things coming to you, big changes and lots of success. It's just going to be a little bit spontaneous, a little bit unexpected, okay? So happy July, everyone. This is going to be powerful and a fun month. So embrace every second of it. And the biggest message for July is to be okay with emotions and to embrace them and embrace change. So happy July. We'll see you in August.